It's starting. What you've been waiting for is getting ready to show up. But if you act too quickly, it might cost you everything you've worked hard to create. You've heard it before. Full moons are known for release, for letting go, for peaceful reflection. But not this one. The full moon on July 20th has a different energy. It's not here to clear you out. It's here to answer your deepest wish. But there's a twist. If you miss the signs, that wish could turn against you. If a major chance or new path appears during this full moon, take a moment. Don't grab onto it immediately. There's a particular kind of offer that might seem like a breakthrough, but is actually misleading. I'll show you how to tell the difference. So keep watching. Causing. But that's not the only risk. The deeper truth about this full moon? It doesn't care about what you think you want, and that's what makes it powerful and risky. Most people believe the moon is going to deliver a dream, like a present. But this one works differently. It responds by shifting your life around. Not softly, not slowly. It removes what doesn't match. You want alignment? This moon will remove anything out of sync. You ask for a major change? Something may fall apart first. It's not punishment, it's exact. Because if anything in your current reality blocks the thing you've been asking for, it will get cleared. Most people won't even realize what's being cleared out until it's already gone. A job, a relationship, a habit, or an outdated version of yourself. Gone. And here's the weird part. For many, this process has already started. If your life has suddenly picked up speed lately, surprising updates, emotional conversations, an odd feeling that things are shifting quickly, that's not random. That's the full moon tuning in to your energy early. Even though the full moon isn't officially here yet, its effects are already being felt. For some people, it's like a direct connection to manifestation. No waiting, no delays, things are arriving fast, even before you've had time to ask clearly. Maybe you've noticed it. An unexpected message. A sudden insight that changed everything. A wave of emotion, followed by an odd sense of calm. This kind of moon doesn't follow logic. It moves by energy. If you've been honest with your emotions, not perfect, just real, you might already be feeling things fall into place. You don't have to be flawless to receive. You just have to be sincere. If your intentions have been steady, if your emotions haven't been all over the place, if your instincts have been louder than your doubts, then the wave is already arriving for you. If the universe is replying quickly, it's because your frequency outshouted your fear. So, if you're seeing motion, don't hold back. Don't second guess yourself. Now is the time to lean forward, trust the flow, and move with it instead of trying to steer it. For many, this moon isn't the start. It's already partway through the story. And what you're asking for could land faster than you imagine. When you're aligned, the full moon doesn't delay, it answers. This full moon is incredibly sharp. It doesn't amplify just anything. It boosts whatever aligns with its core energy. And that energy is focused on 3 key themes. If your wish connects with any of them, your chances of success go way up. The first is karmic balance. Anything related to fairness, justice, or closure. If you've been stuck in a situation that felt unfair or unresolved, this moon is ready to correct it. That includes emotional situations, power dynamics, or decisions left up in the air. If your wish is to finally close the loop, this moon brings support. The second is rising up. This moon supports ambition, recognition, and stepping into more visibility, especially when it comes to your career or life path. If you've been working on something behind the scenes and are now ready to be seen, speak that wish clearly. This moon favors those who are bold enough to ask for more, promotions, sudden recognition, or long overdue rewards. This is your window. And the third, maybe the most compelling of all, is long-lasting creation. Not short-term wins, but solid foundations. Whether it's a relationship you've been slowly nurturing, plans for a big move, or the beginning of something deeply personal, this moon supports those who commit. It rewards people who are planting real seeds, not just chasing sparks. Wish for what you want to grow, not just what feels exciting today. This moon is a rare mix of speed and staying power. It moves fast, but it only holds on to what's meant to stay. So be thoughtful, not just about what you want right now, but about what you're truly ready to carry with you. Because this moon isn't playing around, it's making permanent shifts. When this kind of lunar energy gets charged, odd things begin to happen. Suddenly, things fall into place. You get messages, people show up. An email or conversation seems to bring exactly what you've been waiting for. It can feel like the universe is finally saying yes. But here's the warning that most ignore. Not every opportunity that appears during this full moon is the real deal. Some are just reflections of your desires, your hunger for progress, or your need for closure. The moon doesn't just give gifts, it also checks your judgment. And this test, it's wrapped in something shiny. You may be offered something that looks exactly like your dream. A job, a relationship opening, a deal that seems perfect. But pause. Look deeper. Does it truly feel aligned, or is it just loud? Does it come with a sense of peace, or with a tight knot in your chest? This moon knows how to grab your attention. It might show you success, not to give it, but to see if you'll rush for it before it's ready. Some doors are just distractions, wearing the outfit of your dream. This energy moves fast, which means people will be making quick decisions. And quick choices made under stress often lead to regret. Yes, the moon will absolutely deliver what you're ready for. But if you're acting from old wounds or impatience, it might also deliver a reminder of what still needs healing. The trap isn't the offer, it's your speed. So ask yourself, am I saying yes because it feels truly right, or because I'm scared nothing better is coming? Don't be the person who accepts something too quickly and ends up stuck with something small. This moon will tease you. It will make you feel like this is your big moment. But true breakthroughs don't rush you. The right path doesn't shout. It clicks. If something shows up this week that feels big, slow down. Feel it out. Because the first wave might not be the final one. And if you can wait just a bit longer, something more in tune with your soul might be approaching. There's a rare energetic opening around this full moon, a 72-hour window where manifestation becomes almost instant. Not because time speeds up, but because resistance fades. Logic steps aside. And in this short window, what you feel becomes what you attract. This isn't the time to write out goals from your head. This is the time to speak from your heart. Because the moon doesn't care about perfect words. It listens to your energy. The more clearly you feel something, the quicker it returns to you. Your strongest emotions become the pattern the universe responds to. This makes it both powerful and risky. If you're feeling strong, clear, grounded, your wishes won't just show up. They lock in like puzzle pieces snapping into place. But if you're full of chaos, stormy feelings, scattered thoughts, that's what your moon will reflect back. Not your desires, not your speech, your presence. This moment isn't asking you to pretend, it's asking you to clear space. Now is the time to pull away from the noise, to disconnect from the chaos, to reset yourself. You don't have to do anything amazing, you just have to stay with what feels real. That's how your energy becomes calm and focused. You might begin to notice strange coincidences during this time. Words repeated to you. Numbers, signs, or dreams that seem almost too real. These aren't puzzles to solve. They are mirrors. The world is reflecting you in real time. This 3-day phase isn't about writing out a flawless intention. It's about becoming the person who already lives it. Feel like the wish is already fulfilled, and the moon will reflect that version of you with no hesitation. Because for these 3 days, it's not the universe that's choosing you. There will be one moment, one breath, one sentence that shifts everything, if you're brave enough to say it. This full moon isn't just pulling situations into your outer world. It's revealing truth from deep within, and some of that truth has been buried for far too long. You might already feel it rising, that pressure in your chest when someone speaks, that longing to finally say the thing you've kept quiet for months, that conversation you've replayed in your head during showers over and over, but never had. Well, the tension is building. And this moon? It's the breaking point. You're going to feel it in your throat before it shows up in your life. It might hit suddenly, one chat begins and you realize this is your only chance. A door you didn't see before swings open and you either walk through with your truth or let it slam shut forever. The moon won't leave this window open forever. If you wait too long, the moment fades and the weight stays heavier than ever. It might be with your boss, asking for the raise, or shift you've tiptoed around. It might be with your parent, telling them the truth you've carried in silence. It might be something to say to an ex, a friend, or even yourself in the mirror. And yes, it might not come out smoothly. It might crack your voice or come out hotter than expected. But that's the whole point. This isn't about perfect words, it's about letting go. What you say in that moment doesn't just hang in the air. It ripples across timelines. It shifts energy that's been stuck for years. That's why you may cry after, shake, or feel strangely calm. It's a release, a closing of old loops. Your words have power. This full moon gives you the mic just once. Speak with boldness, or stay haunted by silence. If your chest feels tight, if your thoughts keep cycling back to one conversation, notice it. Because when the door opens, you'll know. And once it does, you only get one real shot to lift that weight off you. Before the gift comes the crack. And often the crack feels like everything falling apart. This full moon doesn't drop your dream neatly into your hands. It reshapes your world to make room for it. And that's the part where most people panic. The first shift often involves something you didn't plan to lose. You might ask for love, and suddenly the person you're clinging to backs away. You might wish for growth, and suddenly your job becomes unbearable. You might want freedom, and your routines, habits, or even relationships start falling apart. It feels messy, it feels wrong, but really, it's your wish showing up. Just not the way you imagine. The universe responds to your wish by removing everything that doesn't match it. That's why manifestation often looks like chaos. People assume everything's going wrong when in fact it's going right, just fast. That's what fast energy does. It doesn't care about comfort, it focuses on alignment. And alignment doesn't always feel soft. This moon begins shifting things before you consciously understand why. A relationship that ends, it was draining you. The door that shuts, it was never going to lead where you hoped. The thing you were forcing, it's already been replaced. You just haven't seen it yet. You're not being punished, you're being cleared. Manifestation isn't about magic, it's about magnetism. And you can't pull in what you want while holding on to what blocks it. So if something changes this week and it scares you, take a breath. Don't assume it's failure, it's just the beginning. What seems like loss today may be exactly what creates space for something much better. Let things fall. Let them shift. Let them go. You ask for alignment, but the first sign it's working might look like everything's collapsing. Here's what most people never say about big manifestations. They rarely show up in a neat little package. They don't arrive gently. They don't wait until you feel prepared. They come as shake-ups, endings, goodbyes that feel personal but are actually precision moves. When this full moon begins shifting energy, the first thing to move may not be the one you expected. In fact, it might be something you thought you needed. Something that felt safe or good or lasting. But the truth is, it was in the way. The universe doesn't wait for you to let go of the block you refuse to name. That's why it can hit hard. A plan you were excited for collapses. A person you leaned on disappears. A message doesn't come. A door slams right when you needed it open. And for a second, it feels like rejection. But look deeper. What just exited your life was sitting directly in the path of what you asked for. There are things you simply cannot carry with you into the next chapter. And this moon doesn't give you time to figure that out slowly. It makes the move for you. So maybe it's not an actual breakup, but the sudden realization that something you once wanted doesn't light you up anymore. And that's scary, because now you have to admit that the path you've been on might not be yours at all. Or maybe someone you care about says something painful, and that pain exposes a wound you didn't even know you were still holding. That's the transformation working through the discomfort. Here is what you feel when an old identity is being stripped away. This moon doesn't prioritize comfort. It demands honesty. And truth isn't always soft, it's sharp. But once it slices through the false layers, what remains is solid. And that's where your new life begins. If the first thing that shifts feels wild or upsetting, don't panic. That storm is the cleanup crew. It's clearing the false story, sweeping away stale air, breaking down the structure of a life that no longer fits your new frequency. It might look like a setback, but it's the start of your liberation. Think back. How many times have you looked at something that felt like a breakdown and said, "I'm glad that happened"? The universe works backward. It tears down before it gives. It breaks what's fake so what's real can come through. So if something falls away this week, if something comes to light that shakes you, breathe. You're not falling apart. You're being redirected. Every transformation begins in shadow, the light comes later. But it always comes. Let yourself feel the fear. Let the sting hit, but don't run from it. The discomfort is proof that something is finally shifting. It's not about lucky numbers, not 111 or 888. It's something else entirely. Something you've likely seen all your life, but only now are beginning to understand.